What's up, guys? This is Jeff with Win Big Picks, and today I'll be breaking down my top 4 college football picks for Saturday, September 27th. We're on a 12-4 run in college. Saturday is becoming our favorite day of the week. Real quick, though, before we dive in, tap that like button, hit subscribe. You do not want to miss out on all the plays we've got lined up every day. Recapping yesterday, we end up going only 1-3 on the picks from yesterday's video. The only guy hit for us was Tommy Castellanos for a rush touchdown. That one was sweat-free. He hit that in the second quarter. And then the guys that missed for us, Trevor Rogers from more than 15.5 outs. He got roughed up for the first time all year. He only goes 3 innings, gave up 6 runs. And then Aaliyah Boston, more than 9 rebounds. This was an all-time hook, maybe. She had 7 in the first half, and then she plays the entire second half and somehow only manages 1 more rebound. Finishes with 8 to give us the loss there. And then Zach Gallen, more than 4.5 strikeouts. He decided he wanted to help the Diamondbacks offseason start a little early. So he gave up 5 runs in that one, only struck out 3. But regardless, we're on to today. And today, over on Betr, if you like free stuff, they got a whole bunch of free stuff for you. Because if you sign up using our link below and the code WINBIGPICKS, they'll give you a free $10 just to start out. And then on your first deposit, they'll match it 100% up to $200, meaning if you throw in $200, they'll give you another $200 on top. And then this week only, we got 2 free picks to give it away. The Dak Prescott free pick and the Jordan Love free pick, both for that game on Sunday night. They both just got to throw for 1 yard to hit that one. So if you want all those free things, again, just sign up with our link below. Use the code WINBIGPICKS. And if you want some value from us as well, if you want to send a screenshot of that first deposit over to the email address on the screen here, we'll give you a free month of our VIP picks over on Winnable. Every pick that we post over there, texted right to your phone the second we hit the post button. We still got the NFL and college season pass available if you're only into football. Every pick right from today all the way up through Super Bowl 60. Only 9 of those remaining, so get on it now. And on to today. Now, we're using Outlier for our research. You want a free trial of that, free 7-day trial? Just tap the link below down in the description. You can get that. They're pretty comprehensive. They got all the sports, all this data on there, helping you make better picks. So, first up, we are taking Ty Simpson for more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Now, the odds on this are still decent in some places. I know on Betr, and as you see on Prizepicks here, it's at the regular price. It's juiced a bit over on Underdog. Could be a bit juiced everywhere closer to game time, so I'd get on this now. But this year, he's hit this all 3 games, and going up against Georgia today. Now, Georgia 3-0. But their first 2 games were against cream puff teams, as college likes to do. You know, they start you out on the schedule with the easy wins. But then they played Tennessee 2 weeks ago. High-scoring game there. They got picked apart through the air. Joey Aguilar, he threw for 371 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I like maybe not as much yards from Simpson today, but definitely with the scoring. The total on this one, 53.5. So, high for a game in general, not overly high for a college game, but there's going to be some scoring taking place. Alabama as well, with their receivers, both Bernard and Ryan Williams, available there for Simpson to throw to. I think he gets this done, no problem. So, Ty Simpson, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. We're taking it. Next up, we got Marcel Reed, more than 23.5 fantasy score. You can also take this on Underdog. It's about the same, 23.95. The only difference on Fantasy Score between the two sites is Underdog they're still stuck in the past with their points per reception, only half a point per reception on Underdog. So be wary of that if you ever take any receiver or running backs fantasy score in the future. But regardless, Marcel Reed, he's hit this in all 3 games this year. Hit it a couple weeks back against Notre Dame, and has as for how he'll put all this together. If you look at the Notre Dame pass defense, the Auburn pass defense, favorable matchup there. 93rd in the nation, allowing 232 pass yards a game. The passing touchdowns as well. They're giving up 1.5 touchdowns a game. You could go with his passing touchdowns if you wanted to. Texas A&M, they're favored by about a touchdown, 6.5 points. The total as well, about the same as the other game. 52.5 is the total. So you could take him to score through the air. We hope he does as well for the fantasy points sake. But the pass yards as well last week, threw for 360, 289 in the first week of the season as well. And then on the ground, he's a threat there too, both in the rush yards, and he's got 1 score on the ground. So, I mean, as for how he's getting it done, probably going to be through the air, but just to be slightly safer, I guess, if there is such a thing, I'd take the fantasy score just so it can encompass everything that he's going to do. So, Marcel Reed, more than 23.5 fantasy score, we are taking it. And pausing real quick here, reminding you guys that we're teamed up with Wanna Parlay. Again, big week of college football action. Here's some of the other games going on. Ole Miss, LSU, that should be a good one. Illinois, USC, Penn State, Oregon. There's 2 top 10 teams going at it there. And then, of course, Georgia and Alabama, the game. But on Wanna Parlay, if you use our code WINBIGPICKS and our link below to sign up, they'll give you a 100% deposit match up to $250. That's one of the highest you're going to see on any app. And the best thing about Wanna Parlay is they're the only DFS app where you can combine player picks with team picks, things like team totals, spreads, money line, first to score, all that stuff is on there. So if you wanted to take, Ole Miss to win the game, paired up with Ty Simpson's passing touchdowns, you could do that. So check it out with our link down below. And the free VIP month of that applies too if you send that screenshot of that deposit over to us. So back to the picks. And we are taking Omega Blake for more than 4.5 receptions. He's hit this every game this year so far. Arkansas going up against Notre Dame today. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, that Notre Dame pass defense is it's just atrocious. 132nd in the nation. I think there's only 136 schools, so you get the idea. But Omega, one of the top targets for Taylor Green over there at Arkansas. And I think just with his consistency on the season so far here, combined with that Notre Dame pass defense, he's got to get it done for us. I think 4.5 is just slightly too low. Might get bumped up to 5, so I'd get on it now. And if we look down at the target share here for Omega, he's getting about a quarter of the targets, 14 more than anyone on the year. Similar receivers with their receptions. 5 out of 9 have hit it, so more than half have hit their line. And then the receptions allowed too, averaging 20 receptions allowed a game for that Notre Dame defense. So I think you put all that together, 5 receptions should not be a problem in this one for Omega Blake. Total in this one is 63.5. So you know how it is. That's not going to come all on the ground. So they'll be doing some throwing, and we like Omega Blake to get these 5 receptions here for us. And last up, we are taking Laith Marjan. Yes, him. Taking him for more than 6.5 kicking points. Kansas going up against Cincinnati today at noon. Now, if you find this somewhere at 7, I wouldn't take it. I think our edge there is in that half point because in his last 10, he's at this 8 of the last 10 every game this year. And then the big one with him, too, is at home the last 2 seasons. Hit this in 9 out of 9. So the total on this one, 56.5. So a little high there. So there should be some touchdowns. Should be able to get at least a field goal in there, too. Kansas favored by only 4.5, so it should be competitive throughout. So both with the hit rate on this one and that Kansas offense able to get things moving, we like Lath Marjan here. More than 6.5 kicking points. And just showing you guys a bet I've locked in already over on Underdog. Omega Blake with the receptions, Lath Marjan with the kicking points, and Marcel Reed with the fantasy score. We're trying to 6.3x our money on that one. And if you want to see what we've done on most of the apps over the last year or so, you can do that on the Pickett app. You can find us there at Carpsy151. You can see our success right here on the screen. And if you like free money as well, who doesn't? Pickett, they'll give you a free $3 right to your Venmo or PayPal. There's a chance that could be $100. All you got to do is download it with our link below. Use the code WINBIGPICKS and then sync up any sportsbook or DFS app, and they'll give you free money. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to pay for anything. You just got to download the app, and you cannot lose on this one. And if you want more insights and analysis, you can now find me on Discord because I've teamed up with the guys over at Doghouse Picks. The link is down below. I'm pumped to be collaborating with them. You can check out everything they've been doing as well as what I'll be adding over there. The link is below. And that will do it for us today. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be putting out some VIP picks later on today, and we've got the NFL tomorrow. Always a good time there. So let's green out tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.